and take the kids and enjoy what it is. So yeah, no, a good day, bro. Very good couple of days.
Eden Park is where it's going to be at Reno the next one, a couple of years time.
Yeah, 2021, mate. That's the venue that popped up on the social media, pretty well confirmed. Obviously not actually confirmed through the Te Matatini Incorporated Society, but I remember that a couple of years ago and everyone popped up on social media and said it'd be the Cake Tin, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it was
Yeah.
confirmed. So yeah, Eden Park. Yeah, horrible place to kind of find a park. And like I was saying on Wednesday, bro, some of our Māori whānau aren't the most patient people
No.
at any time. So it might be a bit of a haka boogie before we get in there. Might be some kapa haka happening before the gates open.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. You can't beat the Cake Tin under the roof there with all the stores. So close to your town, you can walk. Just so open. And I reckon mostly a great venue for an event. We just had there last week as well. But Eden Park will bring something different, and good on to Manako, take it back home. And yeah, you got to take your head off to all the passion, the pride,
Yes.
all the mahi that goes into every single person. What was it, 46 ropu, 800 kaihaka there, and yeah, and their families. So like JT said, the World Cup of Kapaka and the Olympics, some would call it. But bring on 2021, it'll be here before we know it.
Now, I'm not sure if you heard about it there, JT, but you probably did. But apparently, the bus driver, or one of the bus drivers down there in Wellington, must have gotten too scared by the whānau, from your whānau from Hikurangi, because he ended up not picking them up, so they had to run, bus, or catch a taxi to get underway to perform. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I certainly did. Fortunate enough, I'm connected through blood to a lot of those guys and girls in that group. So there was various social media posts going up, and one of them was one of the coaches went live and typical East Coast accent. Out of the bus driver didn't turn up. What a seats fella. Quite amusing to watch, and mate, judging by the way they performed, you couldn't tell that they just had to run from the Wellington train station up along that concourse, down that ramp, and into the performing. Basically their green room, and then get ready to go on. So the ladies had all their makeup and whatnot done, and so yeah, like I said, mate, I watched their performance, and I thought they gave a good account of themselves, and you wouldn't know that they just had to go through what must have been a pretty um, nervous sort of a time,
Yeah.
having to, the bus didn't turn up and then having to catch public transport, and yeah, so mate, yeah, interesting sideline there to Pariao Ukurangi, but I guess that happens, and you just deal with it the best way you
Yes.
can.
Well,
A
yeah.
bit like Ra turning up today. You just deal with it.
True that. Now, also one of the things that came across was an interesting. No, there's been a number of social media things, but in particular, Hugh Jackson. No, is it Hugh Jackman? Sorry, Hugh Jackman, who have obviously made a bit of a surprise visit to the students up there in AUT. Did you catch any of that there, Reno?
Yeah. I tell you what, man, this guy's the man, eh? Well, he may be 50 and everyone reflects on him as an actor, obviously more so with as Wolverine. But recently with his movie The Greatest Showman, he's gone out there and we know he can act and everything like that. And he's a heartthrob for a lot of the ladies out there as well. But he's got this singing thing that goes with him, and
Mm.
he's continued it on from that movie, and that's what he's brought into the country. But the emotions just came through, the tears, once the students at AUT did the haka for him, out of respect towards him, and him bringing the whole show here. And he's been a huge fan at the moment over the last few days in the country. Tickets go on sale soon. I can tell you, the whole show is just massive, and
Mm.
it's
Mm.
going to sell. So yeah, it'll sell real fast. Yeah, it's just cool, those young people, young guys up there and everything, the ladies, like, yeah, he's the real deal. He's a real cool guy behind, not, out away from the cameras and out of the limelight. And when you think about it, what he's been married to his wife for 20 plus odd years, nearly 30 years, not many in Hollywood last that long.
No, no, that's very true. And of course, it was what's that lady's name? Kiala Settle.
Yep.
I think it also
Mm.
came along with her, and she was blown away by by just the crowd, and also um, with I think it was Wakahuia did for
Yep.
at Matatini also, which was pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, it was, and she's got a powerful voice, and
Oh, yeah.
she's even worth going to check out and going to be singing along with them. And just what she did in the class, I saw some video footage of that, and how the whole class stood up to her, and she kind of had control. And Hugh saw that, and straight away he says, "I want her for the show." Done.
Mm.
There's no questions about it. Just the power, the mana that this lady has, and you listen to these two, and she's in awe of Hugh, and he's in awe of her, and well, bring on the show, mate. The movie's a good movie, and he's in there doing his thing as a ringmaster, and can't wait to see the live show. I would put it up there alongside the Circus show or Cirque du Soleil. Kuza's in town at the moment, so yeah, there's a lot of entertainment. Dig deep in your pockets because it ain't a cheap show.
No, well, I bet it isn't. Anyway, that moves us off on to, definitely my favourite part of the show, of course, which is the end part of it, where we get to release our angst that is built up over the week or over the day or whenever. So, gentlemen, let's just say that it's time for us to... My Put the Boot In is going out to Ra Walker. Now, for those of you that don't know Ra that well, he's actually got a lot of gadgets. He's what we would term as a gadget man. He's always got like the latest gadget, the latest flashy gadget that there always is. He's got an iPad. He probably had an iPad 10 years before iPads actually came out and stuff like that. So he when it comes to these particular gadgets, he is just inundated with them. However, none of his gadgets happened to work today when we were trying to get him online in order to get him on our show, onto Full-Time. All of these gadgets, these flashy sort of gadgets, just didn't work for him. I don't know why it was, but all his flashy gadgets just didn't work. So there we go. Terrell Walker, that's my...
All right, I'll put my boot into, I know, mate, Inspector Gadget, who would have been going, go, go, Gadget. Hey, I just want to put it into something different here, which is a new challenge that has came out. We've had the ice challenge, all this type of other challenges, but this one kind of turned it around this week, and it's quite disturbing. It's called the Momo Challenge. Obviously, a little character created by a Japanese guy, but has nothing to do with the current threat or messages that's frightening our youngsters out there, turning the youngsters even to think about committing suicide to themselves. This is a world-disturbing YouTube video clip that's come out as well. It kind of hacks into anything that kids watch. You might have kid-free YouTube at the moment, but this Momo Challenge, it just sneaks up from under it. It's popping up everywhere, and it's encouraging kids by everything to cause self-harm. So it's a scary bird, creature called a Momo, but there's someone behind it that's talking. So to the sicko who does this type of stuff, mate, I'm going to put the boot in chair, because this should not be happening on a worldwide scope, let alone threatening and harming our children throughout the world, and let alone here in Aotearoa. They watch a few of these things for education purposes, but when this Momo thing pops up, it's disturbing. So, yeah, I'll put my boot into whoever the idiot or idiots are that create the voiceover and the disturbance behind the Momo.
My Put the Boot In this week goes out to a bloke called George Pell, Cardinal George Pell, the highest ranking member of the Catholic Church here in Australia. I think he's one of the third ranked advisors to the Pope himself. Now, Georgie Porgy's been a bad boy. He's been caught. He's been found guilty of child sex offences against a couple of young fellas back in the mid-90s. George vehemently denies these charges, but he's gone before a jury of his peers. They've found him guilty. So Georgie is going to spend the rest of his life in jail, considering what he's done. So you've heard of Alf on a Shelf. This is going to be Pal in a cell. That's why I put the boot in.
Oh, Georgie, eh? Never, don't know the guy personally, but obviously, it's amazing how, not that I want to diss the church or anything, but how
diss the church.
how these things have occurred over, and I'm not saying over years, it has to be over centuries. AJT. It's been going on for a long time.
Power. Absolute abuse of their power and the trust that is bestowed upon them by the masses of, in my opinion, brain dead losers that follow these types of stupid things. Mate, he's Georgie Porgy, put in pie, kissed the boys, and now they start to cry. So, yeah, Georgie, you're off to jail, mate. And I'd like to swear and carry on, but absolutely good job and good riddance, you putrid scumbag.
Now, Reno, this Momo challenge.
You know, there's just another year, bro, of ball tampering, eh?
Aussies for you, eh?
Bloody Aussies, eh?
Now, this Momo... this Momo... this Momo challenge, though, Reno. I mean, that's I heard about it yesterday. I was helping Mātai with the breakfast show yesterday morning, and I, it was I was quite flabbergasted, I guess you could say, that there was something like that. It's just kind of unreal, really, isn't it?
Well, that's just the world that we're in these days when it comes to the World Wide Web, bro. You get these people who want to create things to disturb, and they get off on it, and sometimes you get people who get paid to create this type of stuff as well. So I don't know if you call it a hoax as such, but it's disturbing. And the biggest thing throughout the last 12 months was the introduction of the game Fortnite, and now all of a sudden the Momo's jumping up in there through PlayStation or Xbox, however they play Fortnite now, and whoever it is, obviously know what the hell they're doing because they're accessing everything. And our pops this little scary Momo thing, they call it, scary tamariki, bro. It's stupid.
That is stupid.
The ice challenge, you can get away with that stuff. Other little challenges, but you had the plank, all that, but this thing is next level. I knew something like this was going to come when we spoke about the other challenges because there's so many sickos out there in the world. You look at the one that JT just mentioned about that guy.
Yes.
The world's just bro, I'm like JT. I'm trying hard not to swear here because it's horrible.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, gentlemen, it's always great to be able to catch up with you here on Full Time on a Saturday morning. You guys enjoy your weekend, the rest of your weekend anyway. Reno, I know that you're obviously going to be probably busy. Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, will do, mate. I've got an athlete at Ribbon Day now. I'll go watch the Muko run his little heart out. Then I'll come home and watch the weekend of NRL live streams. Thanks to NRL.com, free account. Get your live stream, watch all the preseason league. It's all on there, no cost. And that'll be me, mate. Just kick back for the weekend, enjoy hangi a football. So, yeah, thanks, boys. Have a good weekend.
And also to you, JT. Awesome to be able to catch up with you, and look forward to catching you again next week.
Yeah, look forward to it, Keith. And remember this, boys, after all is said and done, all's probably said and done.
そこのきてる入れらにあちらがぬやきはせれおてい